before you add anything to it, it looks like that. So it only prints something on the screen. Hello, that's all. So what I've done is I remove this gap and I start typing. That's what I've done. I just start typing.
So everything that's been done is done
Inside these two curly brackets, this one and that one,
Okay.
before the return 0. Everything that we have done so far, if I write code on the screen, like on the board like that, without int main, I'm simply telling you, go and put it between this curly bracket and return 0. Where is that return 0? Is it?
Yeah.
There. So does it make sense now? Okay.
Now it makes sense. I now understand, like everything that you are doing is supposed to be inside.
In between.
Uh-huh.
In between. So there is nothing. So it's just as blank as this. Everything else that you're going to do, let me just put this. Should come here. Between these stars. Hello. Between these stars. In here. That's where they should go. Everything should go there. Let's do the switch statement. So the switch statement works with the keyword switch, then brackets. I told you type choice here, but you can put anything like num or what. But choice is a better way because we want to make that menu, remember? Okay. All right. And then you do that. Then in between here. Okay, you've seen what I've done. First, I start by saying switch and then the choice. So what am I switching? I'm switching to the choice that you have given me. That's what I'm switching to. So we'll do a 4-item menu, right? We'll do a 4-item menu. I'll show you how to do this. We say case 1. Okay, then colon. In between here, we should say, for example, 4-item menu is supposed to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we want our calculator to just print something here and say addition. Okay. After that, you will say break. Okay. Move back. Case 2 will be see out. Actually, I don't need to be doing this. I need to copy that. See out subtraction. I can even copy together with the break so that I don't waste too much time. Should be coming soon. Okay, so we break. That's the second case. The third case, I'm already running into 4. 3, case 3, full colon, don't forget. Then tab, paste. So the next one is supposed to be multiplication. Go to the next one. Supposed to be case 4. This one is going to be division. Okay. Then lastly, but not the least, if somebody chooses anything else other than 1, 2, 3, 4, what shall we say? You have selected the wrong menu, or you have entered the wrong number. So that's going to go on what we call the default. Okay? Default, you see out and say, tell them you have entered a wrong number. Okay. This on its own would not make sense unless we give it the choice that we are talking about. So let's talk about the choice now. This choice should come from somewhere. First of all, we need to declare it. We need to declare it as an integer because it's an integer. So int choice.
So declarations are done outside
The main. But you can also do them within main. Now, I'll tell you the difference very soon. When I declare a variable outside main or above main, it becomes a global variable. That's what I didn't want to talk about. It becomes a global variable. It means it's a variable to every other part of your program, including any other program that would want to access your program outside your execution. Your operating system will be able to see this value. If I declare a variable inside a function or int main, it becomes local to that particular function or local to main only. Is it clear? So when you see me declare anything starting from line 5 there, normally I'll start at line 5. When I'm declaring something there, it becomes global. If I declare it inside main, it's just local to main. I don't want it to be accessed by anything else. We'll talk about access specifiers. There's something called public, something called private, there's something called protected. So there are 3 access specifiers. We'll talk about them when we talk classes, right? So choice, we initialize it to 0. But remember, what was the reason why we were initializing? If we don't initialize, what would be choice? If we don't initialize, what would be choice, sir? Now or just a big number to give you the maximum that it can hold at that time. That's what it does. So we have to initialize so that we give it the initial value. And in this case, we don't want to initialize with 0. We want, because we have no way of doing the choices for now, we'll just enter, for example, 2. If choice is 2, because we want to test this quickly. If choice is 2, what happens? It should say what? Subtraction, right? So let's go. Run this. It says subtraction. What would happen if I didn't have break? If I didn't have break. Don't have break. This is what will happen. Run it. Have you seen what it does that? It has written everything from subtraction, from your choice. Everything that follows below, it will read because there's no break. So it goes to your case and reads everything. And notice that they are joined together. This is because when we wrote them, we didn't put the slash n here. It's advisable to put some space there for the one who is reading the code and not reading from the script. So now you have those subtraction, multiplication, division. So if my choice was 1, where is my choice? Here. If my choice is 1 and I run the program, then to print everything from addition to subtraction. All right, let's improve our program now a little bit. Let's make it USify. Right now it's not useful because we have to go to the code to make the choice. I want us to make the choice ourselves. So what are we going to do? We'll declare this as equal to 0, any other number, so that when you run it, it should say you have entered a wrong number. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to reassign using the user. So using the user, we'll tell the user, see out, okay, see out, say select the operation like that. Select the operation, and then we go, actually there we say /n, terminate that. Then we see out again and say in brackets. Now notice what I'll be doing. I'll be saying /t. What did we say /t is? Tab. Then I say 1 dot. Then I say what t is I want. What is 1 according to our program? Addition, eh? Addition. And you do /n so that it goes to the next line. But I'll do this in one line. So I'll do /t again. I tap. Then I go to dot. What's the next one? Subtraction. Okay. This can go on, but since I want to be slightly neat, not neat, but slightly neat, I'll go to the next line and say see out again and put my code in there. I'll say again /t. That's 3 now, right? Okay, what is that one? Times. Don't write what you understand. Times it. So even this one is supposed to be plus. And that one is supposed to be minus. And let's just use times there. I don't want to start typing wrong things. That's the reason. T4. This one is division. You can write division without problems. And /n. Okay? Now, we've told them to select the operation, eh? 1 to 4. But we also need to now accept this choice from them. So we'll say C in. Okay? And then say choice. We follow that? This part that we have just done is giving the user 1, the list or the menu, and 2, a way to select from the menu. you'll see that it will look more like what I gave you as an example at the end of class. See that? Normally that's how Airtel writes, right? Select the operation, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put any number, it will tell you you have selected the wrong number. So if I select 3 and press enter, it will say what? Multiplication, division. Remember I've removed the brackets, right? So multiplication, division, so it's starting from multiplication, which is times. So let's just go outside. Go back and put the brakes back. So this time around, we will need to move to the next item, which is loops. Repetition. How do you repeat code? Okay, we select which one now? Just 4. Oh, we won't see if it has gone through. We just select 3 again. So it just says multiplication. So it means now you can do the multiplication. What I've started for you is a calculator, which I'll be expecting when you come back in December. You should give me this calculator, a working one. Right? And now,
No, probably.
in normal circumstances, programs don't run like this. You run, it gives you multiplication, you do the multiplication, you press enter, it disappears. Is that the way we use it? No. So it has to, when it has finished, it has to go back to the menu, right? There are 2 ways you can do this. One is to use what we call functions, so that every time you run a complete operation, you call the menu and it brings you back to the menu. Okay? It creates a loop by calling a menu. Then from the menu, when you select, it takes you back to the other operations. All right? We will look at that again when we do functions, which we'll be doing in December. Now, I want us to use a simple way, which is loops. Okay? Now, there are is that 8 hours, boss?
Supposed to be 7, but it's not you. It's just a minute.
It's Madam Mvula.
No, it's Mr.
Sinyan. That one you see him from there for project.
Yes, but it's more concern.
Eh?
It's more concern.
Hmm.
Rather than for me.
The same project.
Yes.
You tell you no projects we don't learn, but see him
Where is it from?
in the next room.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Life.
So, sir, we have observed something here.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on the type of project that you are making,
Mm-hmm.
my concern is those, what do you call them? Closing and opening what?
Brackets. The carry brackets.
They carry brackets.
This weight. This weight. This weight. See that? That's K, right? Like your hair. So Kelly. Actually, it's just Y.
So I've observed when we are making that, I'm
Call
on
them.
this
Call them. They have a name. Call them. Kelly brackets.
carry brackets.
Because that's how you communicate to your learners. You'll be saying Kelly brackets.
Thank you. As we are making that project,
Mm.
I've only seen us applying to carry brackets, like the main one,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one that we open and we're doing our.
In this project,
Yes.
we only have 2 sets of carry brackets. Yes.
So my question is, depending on the projects that you are making,
Mm-hmm.
it also determines how many.
Carry brackets. So the carry brackets are not, they're not coming because you need to have a certain number of carry brackets. Okay? The carry brackets are coming because For example, the structure of a switch statement is like this. You say, let me put so that it's clear. Switch like that. I put, maybe let me help you. Let me just put it normal. Switch. Then in brackets you put a choice. Let's put E for argument's sake. Okay? Then followed by curly brackets and close curly brackets. Inside here, you're going to have cases. So like case 1, colon. That's the structure. Then followed by break. As it is, it's a complete switch statement. Now, why have we put curly brackets here? Because we are saying this is the body of the switch statement. When we come up here, or like when we go to this program, for the if-else statement, for if, we are saying this is the body of the true statement. This is the body of the false statement. So the curly brackets are just indicating the block of code. That's what curly brackets do. They indicate the block of code that applies to a certain status or condition. Still.
At least now I understand.
So else will have its own block. So these curly brackets actually indicate a block of code which is related. That's why they will be in one. So when you go to our program that we are doing, the switch statement will have a block of code. This is a block of code. So the curly brackets are indicating that our switch statement ends here. Okay? Then our int main ends here. So it starts from up here
and then it
ends. Actually, when you look carefully, you see that there's a line here. That's a minus. That's a minus. So when I click that, it will collapse the whole code. Like that. Have you seen? So my int runs from int main to this line now. This line at the bottom, not the curly bracket, but the line at the bottom. Let me expand this again. When you click clear, check what happens to the switch statement. I can reduce the switch statement to a single line. Because of the curly brackets, it understands where it ends. If I write in another form, there's a convention, by the way, on how we have people agree to write that good practice, bad practice, and so on. By convention, you can either have your curly brackets starting here, or they'll be starting at the end of what they are creating a block for. For me, I prefer they start at the end of what they are creating a block for. Notice what happens when I do this. It breaks it and brings it there. But if I had this here, like so, and then I collapse this, see what it's doing? It's collapsing it, a switch, just. Okay, same thing when I do this. I bring my int main there and collapse this. When I collapse, it collapses, it tells me this plus sign, when you press on it, it will collapse it to the entire main statement or main function. So the main function is there. So the brackets actually indicate the block of code that is related to main function. Make sense? You can put the bracket immediately after the name of the block that you are dealing with, or you can go one line down and put the curly bracket there, like we have done here. Immediately after main, the block starts. Okay? Or I can bring this down like that, and then it will start on its own line as a block. Still the same thing. Yes? Any other question? We were trying to put choice sign. Okay, so we have done the choice. let's run our program by cancelling this part. It's not part of our program. So now when you run your program, it's asking for a choice. So we did this, right? Can I put 5 now? When I put 5, what happens? Should say you have entered the wrong number. Now I was just telling you that the program doesn't run like this. It has to